Hey everybody, so really quickly before I jump into this video, I wanted to talk about some changes you're going to see coming to the channel. Now I've talked about this in the past. I started this channel as a hobby. I was already making videos, I already enjoyed editing the videos, so creating content for YouTube was something that I could do for fun in my spare time. I never started the channel with the hopes or intentions that I would grow this to millions of subscribers, I would have hundreds of thousands of views, and I could ultimately quit my job and do this full time. I feel like going down that rabbit hole puts all this additional pressure on the content you create, how frequently you're posting, and you want all these views so you get the revenue you need to support yourself, and none of that sounds fun to me. I want this to continue to be fun. Additionally, I love what I do for a living. I work in the medical industry. I love the impact my role in the hospital has on patients. I love being in the operating room. I love seeing open heart surgeries. I love all of it. So I will continue to have the job I have. I will continue to do this as a hobby. So one thing I never wanted to see in my videos were commercials. I never wanted the content that I created to be interrupted by ads. I wanted it to be super clean for you guys to come see a video and not have any interruptions. Now I know what you're thinking. If you didn't want commercials in your videos, then why are there commercials in your videos? And what's really changed is you guys. I never expected when I started this that there would be this interaction that I'm getting since the channel started to heat up. You guys are telling me what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see, how I can make my videos better. And what I've come to realize is this channel is as much about you as it is about me. And rather than letting the channel sit dormant and not generate any revenue, I figured I'd pay it forward, and any revenue that the channel makes from being monetized, I'm gonna give back to you guys. So I'm gonna start doing giveaways. And before you start to panic, I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe. It would be great if you subscribed. I'm not gonna ask you to follow me on Twitter. This is going to be stupid simple. All you have to do is leave a comment in the video where there's a giveaway. And at the end of the week, or a week from the day I post that video, I will do a randomized picker on a comment, and that person will get whatever I'm giving away. So we're gonna start it today. Today I am giving away the Chemical Brothers wash kit. Now this is the kit that I showed in my hand washing video. This thing is phenomenal. The mitten here is awesome. The products are great. The bucket is great. So I'm giving this away. Now all you have to do is go back to the car washing video. I will link it here. Go back to that video and leave a comment. It doesn't have to be a positive comment, just leave a comment. A week from today, so next Friday, I will go to that video, I will enter the URL in the randomized picker, and somebody's going to win. I will shoot you a message through the YouTube channel. You can email me your address and I will send you the product. That's it. No catches. You don't have to subscribe. You just have to leave a comment. And that's my way of saying thank you for checking out my videos, leaving comments and interacting, and really making this a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So let's get into the video. So I wanted to make a short video talking about Tesla's all-wheel drive long range when compared to their performance model, because it's my opinion that these two cars are the exact same car with the only difference being software. Now before you go crazy in the comments, this video is intended to get conversation started. I want to hear from you on what are your thoughts, what have you read, what are your experiences, do you agree with me, do you disagree? Because this is not the end all be all. These are just my opinions. I've formed these opinions based on my experience from owning a Model 3 all-wheel drive long range and now having a performance model. So when I received my Model Y, to look at it from the exterior, it looked like an all-wheel drive long range. It didn't have the performance spoiler. It didn't have the red badge under dual motors indicating it was a performance vehicle. It looks so much like an all-wheel drive long range that people commented in my walkthrough video that they didn't think it was a performance vehicle. They thought it was an all-wheel drive long range and I just didn't know better, or I was trying to pass it off as a performance. The only thing on that car that indicated it was a performance was the software on the display. When you sat in the car and looked at the software, that told you it was a performance. Now, what I think is going on here, and this would make a lot of sense for Tesla and it would honestly help in the production process, would be if you started off by producing mainly all-wheel drive long-range vehicles, then production's easy. You're producing a lot of the same car. As the car gets most of the way through production and it starts being matched to orders, if it gets matched to somebody that bought an all-wheel drive long range, then the car goes through the rest of production, ships, and it's a done deal. If it gets matched to a performance order, then they slap on a spoiler, they slap on the red badge, and they turn some software on. That's what I think happened to my car. I think Tesla, it was in such a rush to get these cars produced and shipped and on the street that my car kind of fell through the cracks. Something that's not uncommon with Tesla and their quality control. I think this car was produced as an all-wheel drive long range. It got matched to my order being a performance, and they didn't add the performance and they didn't add the badge. Now all those things are added now. They've obviously recognized that that was an issue and they fixed it, but I think they're producing these as all-wheel drive long range and turning software on and putting a few accessories on them to make them different. Now, I know you might say, well, no, that's not true. The motors are different. The motors and the performance are tested and they're binned as better motors. I don't disagree with that. I think when Tesla started making Model 3 and they had these all-wheel drive long range and performance, the motors were, I don't want to say in their infancy because you had the X and you had the S, but the motor was what the motor was at that time. I think in the years they've been making these cars, the motors have gotten so good that I don't know they're that much different. I'd be willing to bet if you took the motor of a performance and the motor from an all-wheel drive long range and could test them, I bet you their specs are almost identical. I think at one point they were binning these motors as special motors or higher quality motors. I don't think that's the case anymore. And if you look at the Model 3 all-wheel drive long range, they offered a $2,000 upgrade that gave you a 5% boost in 0 to 60. So for $2,000 through some software, they could make the car faster. So I don't think it's out of the question that the performance is more software than it is the motors being different. And that's what I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think? Am I totally wrong on this? Is my thinking not right? Do you really think that they're testing these motors? I think that for quality control, they test all their motors, but I think the difference between all-wheel drive long range and performance is so minute that it's not really a thing anymore. I think the quality is the same in both, and this is more software driven than it is a better motor. So let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know this is short, but again, this is geared to get people talking. I want to get your thoughts because I've had both, a Model 3 all-wheel drive long range and now this performance, and my performance didn't come looking like a performance. So also, I have the giveaway. So go back, check the car wash video. We're gonna do the giveaway a week from today, and I have another giveaway already on the horizon. So stay tuned, get better, be better. See you in the next one. See ya! This is like a 3-minute intro, and I think I've been down here for an hour and a half doing a 3-minute intro. This is bananas. Oh, that is way too close. You never realize how much you rely on equipment until you don't have access to it. I use a shotgun mic in this setup, and I love the shotgun mic. I really like this lavalier mic. It's a Rode mic. It's super tiny. It fits in your pocket. The transmitter's great, but I hate wearing a lavalier mic on a t-shirt. It just makes you feel like a news anchor. This is only good if in cases where you absolutely need it. You're gonna be far from the camera, can fit on the inside of a jacket, but not a fan in this setup. Do you ever wonder what it's like outside of the frame? What you get to see, what's just a foot outside the frame? I think about this a lot because I create my own content and I can do backgrounds and set the angles just how I want, but I always wonder what's just outside of the frame of other videos that I don't get to see. Let me pull back the curtain and show you what I look at. So here is my camera. There's the secondary monitor. This is where I have my shotgun microphone normally, but it's broken. Here we have a huge light, and all of this sits on a one-piece stand, which I love, so I can roll that around anywhere. Behind that, this is an overhead rig that I built. I try to do everything on the cheap. I stole this idea directly from Casey Neistat, and it works really good. Over here is our water system that makes too much noise when I'm trying to film. A secondary light just for background. There's my papers. These are also on a cheap do-it-yourself stand. So there's that. And then this is just the basement. Basement, couch nobody uses, a gym, and behind all that, work stuff. That's it. That's what I look at. But when it's all framed perfectly, all you see is just this loveliness.